Fed up with the same superficial thinking routines? Need a solution? It's right at your fingertips. Subscribe to our channel Learning with a Difference. Benefits include free registration, access to limited resources for free, unlimited access for $24.99. Welcome to the Literacy Portal, a unit of work on Hickory Dickory Dash. Author Tony Wilson and illustrator Laura Wood. Before we get into the lesson, let us see what is visual literacy. This term was first coined by John Debs in 1969, and visual literacy is defined as the ability to interpret, think, learn, and express one's own understanding using images. The elements of visual literacy are the facial expressions, position of the objects, color, lines and shapes, movement, and the resources include picture books, tattoos, collage, paintings, poetry, comics, media bites, newspaper reports. Coming to the next part, let's take a look about what is critical literacy and why is it important. Critical literacy refers to the use of print and other media to analyze, critique the norms and practices of everyday life and reflect upon one's own understanding. In schools, critical literacy is taught as the reasoning approach to identify author's intention and comprehension focus to identify possible meanings based on reader's prior knowledge and the text message. We use See, Think, Wonder strategy to teach this part of the unit of work. As you flip the pages, help the students to focus on the task by giving explicit instructions such as, look how the cat is pictured. Did you observe the spotlighting in the book? Think about the dark shades and what does it mean for you? As you move to the think aspect of the strategy, ask the students, does the book remind you of any rhymes you learned before? What do you think the story will be? Is it going to be a happy ending? Why do you think the pictures are illustrated in dark and light shades? What does the spotlighting in the picture tell us? Does that mean there are no potential dangers in the darker parts of the picture? What do you think of the cat's representation? Now read the story. As you read the book, ask the students like, do you think the pictures represent the same emotion as we read? Does the story say that about any potential hazards other than the cat? Can you look at the pictures and identify if there are any? These questions establishes the connections between the visual elements of the and the print text and helps the students to think critically about the visual images. Bring the students together for a group discussion. For the Here the students focus on the last part of the strategy, I wonder. The students collaborate about their thoughts and understanding of the visual images and back up their explanation with reasons. For the writing task, a narrative genre is used. The teacher models the narrative and the students are advised about the stages of the writing process: pre-writing, draft, rewriting, editing, and publishing. The students are asked to write a narrative about something they lost and found, which is important, and the focus questions are also framed to guide the students to stay on the task. They are, what places do you think you can search? How did you feel when you lost your precious thing? And encourage the students to use the words from the text. Did you see any hazards while searching? How did you feel finally when you found your thing once again? Finally, the assessment part. As a teacher, the assessment is to learn about what prior experiences the students are bringing to decode the text. Does the students demonstrate the knowledge of the narrative genre of writing? Do they need any precise teaching strategies to write this particular genre? And the assessment for the students is to assess their learning. As a teacher, you can assess on various aspects such as cohesion, punctuation, sentence structure, grammar, and their understanding on the narrative genre of writing. Choose one or two aspects and comment on the student's next learning goal. For a structured rubric to use, please do subscribe. The free resources are not yet over. We offer strategies of inclusion as well. But to include indigenous students, you can do the share writing as the students tell their story orally. Also, providing sentence starters will enable them to write. For the EL students, story organizers such as what happened first, next, then, and the last helps them to organize their writing. The next lesson is on the rhyming words. To access this lesson, please do subscribe.